Absolute Wealth. Real investors, real results.
Hey everybody, this is John Carter with Absolute Wealth, and I was interesting. I was on a plane today. This afternoon, I was in Chicago, and I got on the flight at 1 o'clock, checking the markets and landing, checking the markets, and of course, all the different swings and stuff like that. And very interesting. Of course, today, news came out, and again, we all know there's bad news out there, right? News came out about J.P. Morgan. Their losses might be bigger, and wow, it looks like the market's going to crash. The market's going to crash. Oh my God, and it was ugly all day. And then in the last 20 minutes, you just explode higher. And that's what I mean about this market, is that there's so much bad news out there, and the market keeps holding up. And in some little press report about something about Germany said, shot the markets higher. And one question is well, how do you trade that intraday? And for those of you that trade intraday, I'm going to show you a little trick I use because this works so well for this kind of stuff. This is called the NYSE tick indicator, and it shows you what's going on with the NYSE stock. So when you see stuff like this, it's like, okay, minus 800 ticks, minus 800 ticks, minus 800 ticks. It does show that there's consistent selling. And what I look for then is spikes. So here we got a spike to almost plus 800, all right? Now, over here we got a spike to almost plus 800, but guess what? We came right back down. Over here we got the spike to plus 800, and guess what? We held above minus 400. Anytime that happens, if you're short, you need to get out and consider going long. And then once we hit plus 1,000, game's up. The market's going to rally, okay? And this happened right in this area. And at that point, you get long, and then you can trade into the close. And it's a fantastic way to kind of catch a market into the close, all right? Well, that's all well and good if you're actively looking at the markets, but what do you do if you are now a swing trader and you're looking at stuff? So the last video, I talked about kind of the surprise move here being to the upside, and my setup for that. In fact, let's come back and look at the SPX because that's really the main index here. And of course, for most of today, it really looked like that any upside potential was shot, right? And what I was talking about here is that gosh, the news out there is so bad that everybody's expecting a collapse here, that I think the surprise move is going to be higher. So we had these nice two little up days here, and I've talked about this 1340 level. If we can get through that, we could get at least upside surprise to this upper trend line, and then things could get interesting. Okay, and so today, man, J.P. Morgan comes out, $9 billion in losses, the market falls apart, and look what happens. We rally. The Dow is down almost 200 points, ended up almost even on the day. So again, just be careful on the short side here. The thing about it is, you got to remember this. The bankers of the world control the financial markets. It is in their vested interest to save the financial markets, and they have the wherewithal and the resources to do it, okay? Do I think that the financial system is screwed up? Absolutely. Have I learned over the years not to fight the people in power? Absolutely. You go with the flow. If they're going to try to save the market, you just go with it, okay? So a lot of stuff coming out on Friday from employment data, and again, the most important thing will be where we close the week, and I'll have an extended update on that for you on the next video. You guys have a fantastic rest of the day and the weekend, and we'll see you at the next update.